Go for it.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Hi, guys. My name is Christina Rae. I am a physical therapist assistant. I work at Mercy Hospital in our neurological outpatient department. I've been doing that for 22 years. Today, we are going to do just a full body workout like we've done previously. So we'll start with some stretching. We're going to do some intermittent cardio in there. There'll be some rest breaks. So if you guys are ready to get started, let's do it. We're going to start by working on that posture first. So you'll sit up nice and tall. You're going to do a shoulder stretch first. So one shoulder across your body. You can bend that elbow if you want to, just so it doesn't kind of overstretch that arm. You're going to do a gentle pull. We'll hold that for about 5 seconds, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. So you'll switch arms, take the opposite arm across. You can have it out and do the gentle pull, or you can just wrap it around if that's too much. Next one we're going to do is a trunk stretch. So arms are going to go down. You're going to rotate to the back of your chair. You can turn your head as well. That way we'll get a little bit of a bigger stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, try and go just a little bit further back. And then really slowly unwind. And then you can come to the other side and do that same thing. So grabbing the back of the chair, turning, taking a deep breath in. And as you let it out, try and stretch just a little bit more. Good. The next one that we're going to do is we're going to slowly reach to the floor to stretch out your back. So you're going to slowly drop your head down to the floor, drop down. If you can touch the floor, try and touch the floor. Go as far as you can. And then we're going to slowly raise back up. I'm going to quarter turn to the side just so you can see. I want you to try and put a little bit of an arch in your back. And then slowly come back down to the floor again. We're going to do 2 more of those, guys. You're going to come up nice and slow. Arch your back, tummy muscles in, look up and stretch back. Nice and easy down, last one. Slow, and then easy up. Last one we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. Again, I'm going to stay to the corner just so you can see what my hips and my trunk are doing here. So what I want you to do is extend the leg out in front. If you have the availability to pull your toes back towards your head, that's going to give you a better stretch. And then what I want you to do here is hinge forward at your hips. So you're not leaning down. You're actually kind of hinging forward at your hips and pushing your chest kind of out towards your knees. That stretch should be felt in that hamstring. Hold that for just a few seconds. And then we'll switch sides. I'll turn to the corner again so you can see, but you guys can stay facing forward. I just want you to kind of just get the positioning that we're in here. That good, nice arch back so you can hinge forward and really feel that stretch in the hamstring. Good. All right, so we're going to get started first with our abdominals. The first one we're going to do is a sit back. I'm going to kind of rotate so you guys can see what positioning looks like. I think it's easier versus kind of seeing me face on. So the first one is just a sit back. What you're going to do is either have your hands in your lap or your chest. You're going to lean back to that available range to as close to the back of your chair as you can. Leave your heels down on the ground, and then you're going to come forward. Okay, so you're not making that C curve with your back. Your back is up, your tummy is tight, and you're doing the lean backs. So we'll start with 10 repetitions. We're going to do 2 sets of those, but we'll take a break in between. So we'll go on 3, 2, 1 with your lean backs, and then forward. Make sure you're counting out your repetitions, just because it keeps you breathing. And usually when you're counting, you will go ahead and actually have the right pattern. So exhale on exertion, inhale on relaxation. 5 more. 6, try and keep your feet on the ground. Challenge yourself to go back. Keep that back arched, no slouching. 8, 9, and then we'll do 1 more. We'll take a quick break, about 10 seconds. And then we'll do the same thing again. So 2 sets, not all of these will be 2 sets, but I'll let you know which ones we're gonna do 2 sets. Some of them are just a little bit too much to do 2 sets. So we'll take another lean back, 10 reps on those. We're gonna go again. So just a reminder, you're keeping everything nice and straight, posture up, belly button tucked in towards your spine, shoulders back. You're coming back, 1, 2, and a quarter turn here. 3, keep those feet down. 4, 5, 6, 7, getting tired, so just kind of challenge yourself. 8, 9, and then one more. Good. So during our rest, I'm just going to explain the next one. So the next one's just going to be a reach to the floor. Don't do it right now, just kind of watch. You're going to reach down to the floor. You're not leaning forward. It's almost like a lateral lean. So you're going to try and keep your body up over your shoulders, up over your hips again to lean. So you're not leaning forward with your trunk. You're keeping everything nice and still here as we go along to the side. So we're going to do 20 repetitions, but it'll be 10 on each side. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1 with your leans. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just remind yourself occasionally to keep your shoulders back. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, tummy tucked in. 14, keep your count going so I know that you're breathing. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So the next one we're going to do, so your rest break is just going to come with my explanation here. So the next one we're going to do is a reach across your body. You don't need to do it right now. Reach across, and then you're going to pull back to your chair so there's rotation there. What I want you to do is I want your head to track your hand as you go back so we can get a little bit of action from our vestibular system, and that way we're turning our head just a little bit so we can get kill a couple birds with one stone here. So we'll go 20 repetitions, each one counts as 1, so it'll be 10 to each side. We're going to alternate sides. We're going to go here, and then you're going to switch to the opposite side. All right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1 with our reaches to one side, and then pull back, down, and then reach to the other side, and then pull back. 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're really kind of trying to get as much rotation. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every once in a while, remind yourself of your posture. 13. When you feel yourself getting tired, just kind of regroup. If you need to stop, take a minute and sit back in your chair. That's okay. 18, 19, and then one more, and 20. Good, so the next one we're gonna do are body circles. Again, I'm just gonna show you, so you take a rest break for just a minute while we do the instruction on it. So your hands are either gonna be in your lap, which is a little easier, or your chest, a little bit harder. And you're gonna do a full range of motion of doing a circle left to right, and then right to left. We're gonna do them all consecutively one way, 10 reps, and then we'll switch reps to do the opposite direction. So you're gonna go in a nice circle all the way around, and come back, and then come forward. So nice big range of motion. So you've got weight distributed through your left hip, and then your right hip, and then we'll switch sides. I'm gonna face this way, it's just a little bit easier. I feel like I'm falling out of my chair that way. So we're gonna go circles left to right first, 10 repetitions, and then we'll take a little rest break and do right to left. All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1, going left to right. And then all the way back, hinging forward, not slouching forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, left hip all the way to the right hip, feeling the weight distribution. 8, 9, and then one more, and 10. Now we're just gonna go back in the opposite direction. So if you did one way, just do the opposite direction. You're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, around, and then back. Again, distributing that weight on your left hip, making sure that you're feeling it on both sit bones. 2, 3, 4, 5. Try and keep your counts up, even if you're not counting on my count. Just keep your counts up so you know that you're breathing. 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's sit back in the chair for just a second. We'll take a quick rest break here, maybe about 10 seconds, and then we'll scoot back to the edge of the chair. The next exercise that we're gonna do is a chop. Again, I'm gonna stay this direction. I feel like this is a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna raise the arms up. I want you to track your hands again with your eyes. So what I want you to do is come up to the right and then down to the left. So that's the one piece. To make it a little bit harder, you can actually come up and then you can do a little lift with your leg if you have that available to you. That motion's available and you can do that. That's definitely going to be a little bit harder. So we'll do consecutively on one side and then we'll switch. We're going to go up to the right first and then down to the left. If you guys are ready, we'll go in 3, 2, 1, up, 1, 2, good. So that's the advanced part, 3, or you can just come down, 4, get the rotation in as much as you can to engage those obliques, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, we'll rest just a second, and then this time we're gonna come up to the left and do the same thing. Same modification. If you can manage it and you have it available to you to lift that leg, it'll engage just a little bit more of those abdominal muscles for you. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1, up to the left, and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Create some resistance for yourself if you feel like it's easy. So like you're pulling something really hard down, really contract those muscles. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you can go ahead and sit back to the back of your chair to rest. I'll show you your next exercise. So for now, we're done with the abdominal piece. We're going to go back to a couple of those abdominal exercises just a little bit later. The next one we're going to do are legs. So we're going to go ahead and do a leg extension. So what that basically looks like is you're going to sit up nice and tall. If you have the available motion to lift your leg up, you kick it out. That's great. That's the motion. If that is not available to you, what I want you to do is I want you to straighten out your leg in front of you, and then you're just going to try and press the leg down into an extended position, but watch you're not going into that hyperextension. I don't have a whole lot of hyperextension in my knee, but those of you that have that hyperextension know what I'm talking about. Your leg should not look like a bow in the back. So you want to just make sure it's in a nice, straight, neutral position when you're pushing it down. what you're trying to activate is these quad muscles and sometimes a little bit of the glutes. So your modification is just pushing down and then easing up, and then pushing down and easing up. And then if you have the available range, you're going to kick. And if you need to, you can hold the leg. Okay, so we're gonna go 10 repetitions on each side. I'm gonna go ahead and face forward. When we are ready, we'll go in 3, 2, 1, we'll kick 10 repetitions on one side, and then we'll switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then one more. Good, and then we'll switch to the other side. So again, that modification is legs just straight in front of you, and you're pushing down the knee down towards the floor. Again, not hyperextending the knee. Okay, so we'll go in 3, 2, 1, and push. 1, 2, or again, the available range of kick and back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice, watch that posture. 8, shoulders back, tummy tucked in, head forward. 9 and 10. All right, so next leg exercise we're gonna do is what I call a fake stand. So basically, again, corner myself, just so you can kind of see what's happening. You're gonna put both hands on the chair beside your bottom or your hips. The hands are going to be pushing you forward and up. So we're gonna do a push forward, so your bottom just basically gets off of the chair, but you're not standing all the way up. The big thing here is to push down through the floor with your feet, so you can really feel these top muscles engage, and your knees might come out just a little bit, and that's okay. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna do a set of 10. You're gonna make sure that you're leaning your head forward as you push, and you try and slightly raise your bottom up off of the chair. I'm gonna corner myself, it's just hard in this angle to do this, but I just wanna see the position. So again, you're not slouched down, shoulders up, chest out, and you're pushing with your arms forward. So it's almost a tricep extension to push this direction. I'm gonna corner myself again. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1 with your fake stand to lean forward and push and down. 1, 2, try and keep your head up. Don't look down, and try and really get your weight forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, nice and easy. Good. All right, so we're gonna scoot to the edge of the chair. Just take a break for just a second while I instruct on this next exercise. You're gonna have your knees and your feet in the starting position of together. I like to put my hands on my hips just so I can feel what muscles are activating. So what you're gonna do here is shoulders back, chest up, and we're just gonna do butterflies with the legs. So you're gonna come out and then in. So when you're coming out, I really want you to squeeze your bottom muscle and tighten up and contract those bottom glutes. And then when you're pulling in, just find some resistance, that like you're pulling almost, there's a ball between your legs. So create your own resistance, even though we're not using bands or weights or anything like that. We can create our own resistance here. So in 3 seconds, we'll go ahead, so posture up, and then we'll splay and butterfly out. We're gonna do 20 repetitions here. So you're gonna go out, and then in, that's gonna count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, squeeze those hips, squeeze those glute muscles, which are your bottom muscles. 8, keep your count going so that you know that you're breathing. 9, 10, 11, pull those tummy muscles in. 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 more, almost done. 16, we'll take a quick break and then we'll move on to shoulders here. 17, 18, 19, and then one more. Good, we're gonna come back to the back of the chair. Just rest a minute. You can kind of shake your legs out a little bit and just kind of wiggle them around, get them to loosen up just a little bit, and then we're gonna go into shoulders here. For shoulders, let's rest our back a little bit and go to the back of your chair. We don't need to be sitting at the edge of the chair. If you do sit to the edge of the chair, that's going to engage your core a little bit more. So if that's something that you really want to do, that's great. And you can work that a little bit harder by sitting to the edge. If your back's getting a little bit tired, come to the back. It might give you a little bit better posture versus kind of slouching down. So we'll sit up. So the next one we're going to do are pulses with our shoulders. So what you're going to do here is, don't start just yet. I'm just going to explain. You're going to do 10 repetitions with your thumbs pointing up. They're very, very small pulses. So they're not big range pulses. If your range of motion is down here, that's okay. You can do these pulses wherever you're at. The higher you go, and the highest I want you to go is shoulder height. But the higher you go, the harder it'll be to sustain that. But if this is the available range that you have, then that's okay as well. So we're going to do 10 pulses with thumbs up. Then we're going to turn down the thumbs and we're going to do 10 pulses there. We're going to do 10 pulses forward, and then we're going to flip backwards and do 10 pulses back. So there will be no rest breaks in there between the pulses and the changes of direction. So it's just up, down, forward, and then back. And I'll kind of preempt you before we do that. Then sitting to the back of your chair, shoulders back. We're going to raise the arms no higher than 90 degrees, straight elbows. Try to keep those elbows as straight as you can, and very small pulses up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Full downward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Shake those arms out. We've got a couple other shoulder ones. We'll just shake that out just a little bit. Next one, we're going to do a shoulder flexion. So it's just raising the arms just overhead and then back down. So if you have one shoulder that's a little bit weaker or doesn't function quite as well, you're going to clasp that hand, and then you can go ahead with clasped hands and raise them up as high as you can get them. Okay. So 20 repetitions of shoulder flexion. However you want to do it, you can separate the arms or you can keep the hands clasped. That way your stronger hand will help if it needs on that other side. So I'm going to just go with the arms by the side, and you're going to go up as high as you can. If you're having shoulder pain, then go up to whatever that range is that you can manage without having the shoulder pain. If you need to do one arm at a time, you can also do that and just split it into 10 repetitions on each side. We're going to do 20 total repetitions here. All right, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, raising up, and then down nice and easy. Good. Control your motion and make sure your elbows are staying straight. So if you can't keep your elbows straight, go to as far as you can so your elbows stay straight. So if that's only 2 here at that point, then that's as far as you go. 4, 5, good. Checking in with your posture again. Belly buttons in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5 more, 16, 17, elbows stay straight, 18, 19, and last one. Good. We'll drop the arms down, shake them out again, sit back towards the edge or the back of your chair just so you can rest your back. Next one, excuse me, we're going to do is an overhead press. So arms are going to be in goalpost position, and then you're going to raise up like you're pushing something really heavy up overhead, and then pull down like you're pulling something really hard down. So again, we're just trying to create our own resistance since we're not using our weights or anything like that today. So goalpost arms, you're going to raise up overhead, and then pull hard down. Good, and then push. 10 repetitions here. That's 2 and 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and then one more. Good. Next one we're going to do is a butterfly. So we'll shake out those arms because your arms again will be in that goalpost position, so you can sit back towards the edge of the chair or the back of the chair if you need to. You can actually push back. So goalpost arms again. I'm going to show you just from the side just kind of what that looks like. You're going to be pulling your elbows in, and then you're going to be pulling your shoulder blades and your elbows back. So really what I want you to do is kind of squeeze your shoulder blades down and in as you come back, and we'll work those postural muscles as well as those chest muscles when we're coming forward. Again, creating our own resistance. So tightening the chest and really pulling those elbows and shoulder blades back. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. So elbows together. And then back. 10 repetitions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then one more, and 10. Good. So we're going to go into our cardio round. So I'm going to give you about a 10-second rest break here just to kind of take some breaths, grab some water, do what you need to do just to rest for just a minute before we kind of get the heart rate up. So these cardio rounds are going to be 30-second trials followed by a 10-second rest break. So you will be able to rest kind of like what we've been doing. So it'll give me an opportunity to let you see what's coming next for that rest break. So as I'm explaining, just watch for just a second, and then you can kind of get into the rhythm of doing it, and then we'll start that 30 seconds. So the cardio this time is going to be more like a boxing run here. So we're going to do some jabs, some uppercuts, some hooks, and some fist rolls. So again, 30-second run with 10-second rest break. The first one that we're going to do, just watch for just a second. You're just going to come across your body. So you're going to punch, alternating your punches. You're going to go as quickly as you can for 30 seconds. You're going to make sure that that alignment is good with your posture as you go. You're going to also make sure that the control with your arms is good and you're not just flailing all over. You're going to make sure that the trunk is nice and tight. So let me see what time we have here. We'll go about in 5 seconds. You're going to start with your jabs across. We'll go in 3, 2, 1 as quickly as you can. 30-second runs here. I'll let you know when we're about halfway there. You're punching across, keeping your stomach nice and tight. That's about 15 seconds in. 15 more seconds. Go as quickly as you can, maintaining the control. If you need to stay low, you can punch low. Higher you go, more muscles you use. And you can rest. So we're going to rest for 10 seconds. That rest, I just want you to watch the next one. We're going to do uppercuts. So it's coming up underneath. So if somebody's chin was here, you're going to come right up underneath. You're going to do a little bit of a rotation to get yourself up there. Again, keeping your shoulders from flailing is really important. So it kind of stabilizes those shoulder muscles and uses a little bit more muscle to kind of gain that control. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1 with your uppercuts. 30 seconds again. Pushing up.
9, 10.
Good. Keep your tummy muscles tight so you're not slouching forward. You can lean into the back of that chair if you need the support from the back of the chair if you're getting too fatigued. You got about 5 more seconds here. We'll take a 10-second rest break while I explain your next. Good, and rest. So the next one we're gonna do are hooks. So the next one is coming around to the center. So if somebody's cheek was at the side is where you're trying to visualize where that arm is going. So you're stopping kind of right in the center of your body as you come around with the shoulder, and that's what they call a hook. So we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1 with your hooks around. Again, as quickly as you can, but staying in good control with your trunk and with your shoulder movement. Round. Good. Check in with your posture every once in a while. Check in with your breathing as well. If you want to count your repetitions at home, go for it. We've got about 10 more seconds left. Coming around. Good. And rest here. The last one we're going to do is a fist roll. So your fist roll is forward and back. So you're just going to roll forward and then you're going to change the direction. So this time we're only going to do 15 seconds in each direction. So you'll 15-second roll forward, 15-second roll back. I'll give you a little bit of a longer break just so I can see my time here, get accurate with my timing. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1 with your fist rolls forward. So 15 seconds here as quickly as you can. Again, lower, easier, a little bit higher, more difficult. Challenge yourself to the ability that you have. You've got 3, 2, 1, and we're changing the direction. Change the direction to go opposite. 15 seconds here. Keep on going, we're almost there, 5 seconds. Good. And drop them down nice and easy. To the back of your chair again, want you to go ahead and just relax. You can kind of shake those arms out, shake everything out. Grab a sip of water if you need it. And then we're gonna go ahead back into abs for just a second. So we're gonna do about another 20 seconds of a rest break here. So grab some water. And then we're gonna go back into those body circles. So our body circles, again, were the ones where our arms are across or either in our lap, and we're just gonna go in range of motion all the way around as far as you can into those outer excursions. So if you guys are ready, hands across your chest. We're gonna start left to right first. So you're gonna come 10 repetitions here. 1. Remember, count out these repetitions so you know that you're breathing. 2, check in with your posture, shoulders back, belly button in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
7,
9,
8.
And then we'll go ahead, take a quick break, and let everybody kind of catch up to their 10 repetitions, and then we're going to go opposite direction. So we'll go right to left in 3, 2, 1. 2. And make sure that you're feeling that weight distribution as you roll around to your left hip, and then also feeling it on the right hip. Sometimes if we're stronger on one side or the other, we won't shift over to that weaker side quite as much. So really kind of force the weight over onto that equal distribution of left and right. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So the next one that we're going to do is the reaches across your body. You're going to alternate your reaches. So you'll be reaching over and then pulling back, just like we did before. We're going to alternate them. This time we're only going to do 10 total repetitions. So it'll be 5 on each side. Make sure that you're tracking your hand if you can to try and engage that vestibular system while we're turning our head just a little bit. So abdominals in, shoulders back. You're going to reach your left side first. We'll come over and reach, and then alternate. 1, 2, 3. Pull back that elbow to the back of your chair. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then last one. Good. We're going to go back to legs next. So just a reminder, this is the fake stand where you're going to have your hands placed by your hips. You're going to push yourself forward and up just to really slightly get your bottom off of the chair. You're going to push down hard through your feet to make sure that you're tightening up these quadricep muscles on the tops of your thigh. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1 for 10 repetitions of fake stands. 1, 2, really tighten up those thighs. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze, 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 and 10. Good. Next one we're going to do is a bicep curl. Let's go ahead and sit back to the back of the chair for just a second and just rest. So 2 deep breaths in. So just breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. So next one, like I said, is bicep curl. I'm going to corner myself. You guys can stay facing the way that you are. Just want you to see positioning here. What you're going to do is nice and tall with your posture. Your elbows are going to be really kind of glued by your ribs. Don't want them hanging out back here. I want them glued in because that'll create just a little bit more resistance since we're not using any weights. I want you to, if you can fish your hands, I want you to fish your hands and really pull like you're trying to pull a 100-pound weight up towards your shoulders. And then again, creating the resistance down. So you're really squeezing everything in and up as you're doing that motion. So we're going to do 10 repetitions there. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1, fists to shoulders. 1. Really create your own resistance. Glue those elbows in by your ribs. 3, pull those tummy muscles in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then one more. Good. So we're going to go back into our cardio round. Let's rest for just a second. So our cardio round, I'll explain while you guys are resting. I'll go ahead and explain that. So we're going to do jacks first. This is just a little bit different, but then it'll end up and tie into some of the cardio stuff that we did before. So our seated jacks are going to be, this is an advanced version, and the modified version could be just arms, or the modified version could be hands down, just legs. If you can do one leg at a time, that's fine. So those are your modifications there, and you can take any version that you want throughout the 30-second trial. So if you get tired and you want to just do arms, so if you are getting really tired of arms overhead, you can kind of do like a chicken wing and have those elbows flexed so it's not so aggressive on my shoulders. Another option, okay? So there's lots of opportunities there to kind of keep moving and keep working. So we're going to go for 30-second runs on this guy with our seated jacks, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, up overhead, 30 seconds. Just keep moving to the best of your ability as quickly as you can. Do the movement however it works for you. Good. Keep on going. We've got about 15 seconds left here. Good. Keep on breathing. If you're counting, that's awesome. I like counting just because you can see the next time we do it, if you're getting any further with those repetitions, which is really nice, you can go ahead and stop there. Next one we're going to do is running in place. So again, just watch for just a moment. Modification, right? Arms, legs moving, or arms and legs. Okay, you're going to keep that trunk up. Try not to lean forward. We're going to stay as upright as you can. Again, 30-second run for this guy, and then we'll move on to the next one. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1, running it out as quickly as you can. Remember those modifications, if you're getting really tired, you can do your arms, just small movement with your arms, small movement with your legs. Just keep moving. That's the point of this cardio stuff. It's just to keep active and stay moving. 5 more seconds. And then you can rest. The next one is one we've done before. It's your jabs. So you're coming straight across. Okay, so you've got a 30-second run there. We've got about 6 seconds of a rest break here. And then we'll go in 3, 2, 1 with your jabs across as quickly as you can. Remember, the higher the jab is, that's going to tax you a little bit more. So if you want to keep them nice and low and keep them still tight, that's okay. We're just trying to stay controlled with our movement as we come across. 15 seconds here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The next one we're going to do are the fist rolls. So we did those before. So we're going to roll the fist forward 15 seconds. So we're going to keep that 15-second run and then the 15-second back. So we have a total of 30. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1 with our fist rolls forward. 15 seconds here. We're 10 seconds down, 5 seconds to go before we rotate backwards. Going backwards now. 6, good, and rest. So next one's a kind of a new one to me. I found this one when I was looking at some different exercises, so we could try something different. I'm in a corner again. So what you're going to do on this one is you're actually just pushing down and lifting the hands up, okay, or lifting the heels up. So the modification for this one is if you can't get your both feet off the ground, what I want you to do is try and lift your toes. So what it would look like is you're pushing down as quickly and lifting your toes as quickly as you can. Okay, so if you can push and get your feet off of the ground, then that's going to be the harder version here. So this one is just a 10-second count. This one's actually a little bit harder. It really kind of uses a lot of muscles. You're going to sit to the edge of your chair. Again, if you can just lift your heels off the ground, that's great. If you can go ahead and push get the legs fully off the ground, that's also the heels off the ground. So we're going to push straight down in 3, 2, 1. So you're pushing down. It takes a lot of coordination to get it kind of moving. If it's not all moving together, that's okay too. Or you can do here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your tummy muscles tucked in. 9 and 10. Good. So the next piece is same things with your feet. So your toes can either raise up, your heels can raise up, or you can get those feet up. But this time our hands are going to be moving forward away from your body. So you're going to do that same movement for 10 repetitions in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a break, sit back. Next one, two exercises we're going to do are for posture. So the first one we're going to do is a seated row, where you're going to just pull straight back. Okay? you really want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Mostly when you're squeezing together, you're squeezing down and in. So what you don't want is your shoulders to be up by your ears. You really want to relax those shoulders down, like you're pulling and rowing something back, kind of mid-chest level. So we're going to do 10 repetitions here of your rows. This is really an important one to have that posture nice and tall, belly tucked in. You're going to pull and row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. All right, so we're going to do our last round of cardio before we stretch. We're going to do no rest breaks in between. So it'll be 30-second runs of jabs, uppercuts, and hooks. So don't start just yet. You're going to go jabs again, uppercuts underneath, and I'll remind you, and then hooks are around. No rest breaks in between those rounds when we do them. So we'll take about maybe 10 seconds of a rest break here, just so you guys can get ready. Again, the sequence is going to be jabs, and then uppercuts, and then hooks. That'll be your sequence that you follow through. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, starting with your jabs as quickly as you can. And then we'll go into your uppercuts. Stay nice and tall. Good. Keep on going, keep on going.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Keep them low if you're getting fatigued, and I think we all probably should be getting fatigued, hopefully. I've done my job here. Good. 2 more seconds, and then down. We're going into uppercuts. Uppers straight up underneath somebody's chin, keeping everything tight through your trunk. Not a whole lot of rotation and flailing, right? So keep it nice and tight through your trunk. Give a little bit of power up underneath. And then in 10 seconds, we're going to go to hooks. And that'll be like you're coming up across somebody's cheek here. In 3, 2, 1, hook around. Good. As fast as you can.
8.
Tummy muscles in. Game face on here. Almost home stretch.
6, 7, 8.
Good. You have 10 more seconds to go.
3,
Push it out. Last 10 seconds.
6,
Go, go, go.
8, 9.
Good job, ladies. 1,
2.
and rest. Whoosh. You can go ahead and sit to the back of your chair. Let's go ahead and stretch. So we're going to do a cross arm stretch with those shoulders since we've been working them really well. We're going to cross and then pull across, nice and easy. Gentle pull, so you can kind of feel that in your upper back as well. And then across. Let's stretch out that neck a little bit. So the next one we're going to do is an upper trap stretch. You're going to take your ear towards your shoulder. So the most important thing here is you don't raise your shoulder up towards your ear. You actually rotate and side bend your ear towards your shoulder. That same side that you're side bending to, you'll take that arm and just gently place it on your head. And then if you can, with your opposite hand, put it underneath the chair and pull down on the chair. And you should feel a stretch just on that one side that you're pulling the chair on. You're going to hold for 5 seconds here. Same thing on the other side. Good. Next one we're going to do is just a slow rotation around. We did this the first time. So you're going to rotate your body back. You're going to take a deep breath in. And then as you come out, try and twist a little bit more if you have that available range. Never push into painful motion. Same thing on the other side. Rotate your head back. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Good. We're gonna do one stretch down to the floor, so nice and easy down to the floor. Drop your head slowly down. Hold that for just a moment, feel that low back stretch out. And then we're gonna come up. You're gonna come up into that arch. And then we're gonna come down, hands down on your lap. You're gonna scoot back to the back of your chair. We're gonna finish up our sessions with 3 nice deep breaths in. Go back to the back of your chair, just relax. And close off your eyes. And then I want you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Breathe as deeply as you can. When you think you can go a little bit more, try a last sip of air. And then out, push all that air out. Two more of those breaths. Just take it at your own pace. In through your nose. And then out through your mouth. Last one, in through your nose. And then out through your mouth. All right, guys, we're done for today. Thanks so much for working out with MS Bright Spots. And I hope you guys stay active and safe and have a great summer.
That was a wonderful workout.
Yes.